Thanks for joining us on the program, everyone. With less than 3 months to the People's Democratic Party's much-anticipated national convention in Ibadan on November 15, the storm clouds appear to be gathering once again. The camp of the FCT Minister, Wike, has tabled a hard-hitting 6-point demand. The demands range from fresh congresses in Ebonyi and Anambra to halting microzoning and ensuring that the national chairmanship stays in the North Central. They say non-compliance to these demands would invalidate the entire convention. However, the PDP stalwarts like the chairman, Umar Damagum, and Governor's Forum head, Bala Mohammed, are vowing to resist what they term a factional hijack. Tonight, we unpack whether this is a legitimate push for party equity and if it's a substantial threat to the party's national convention, as well as its quest to stage a comeback ahead of 2027. Let's bring in Emmanuel Ogidi, who is chairman PDP South-South Zonal Caretaker Committee. He joins me to discuss the stakes, the party's unity, as well as the future of Nigeria's opposition force as we head into 2027. Mr. Ogidi, thank you so much for joining us on the program this evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Great, terrific. The Wike camp appears to have listed some conditions now, including fresh congresses in Ebonyi, Anambra, and Ekiti. They are also asking for a Southeast Zonal Congress, and they need to keep the chairmanship in the North Central. What do you make of these demands? Do they have constitutional merit within your party's framework?
You know, each time we want to do something, he had promised that there will be a parallel convention. So looking for fault here and there, I think it has to progress. Meanwhile, we are concerned right now is, yesterday we were inaugurated as members of the National Convention Organizing Committee. Today we held our first meeting and so on. We're going to be busy between now and November the 15th and 16th. This is People's Democratic Party. I would expect the views of everybody, but no single group can give the neck, what you call, I don't know. We are still managing the situation. What the chairman promised is acceptance speech is that they're going to bring everybody on board. But you cannot give conditions. Nobody can give conditions to NEC. Once NEC has decided that is for everybody. And was invited to NEC. I don't know why we wait until after NEC to want the problem. You see, I'm very worried, but this is my zone. The South-South zone, for God's sake. That's supposed to be the leading zone in the country, but today we only one governor.
All right.
Because of all of this confusion.
Mr. Ogidi, I'd like you to please sit up so you can be closer to the mic on your device. Exactly. Okay, I think it's better that way so I can hear you clearly. You know, one of the demands is recognition of the South-South Congress that was held in Calabar. You are a zonal leader yourself. I'm wondering precisely how you react to that request.
I don't know why I'm still discussing that issue because we're in court, and in fact we're in the appeal court. So why are you discussing what's in the appeal court? You should try to respect the law now.
Resolved outside the court. I thought the whole idea of the national convention and the zoning we have seen is to bring all the dividing units together.
The matter of South is an appeal court. An appeal court has not given a ruling. So why do you want to go outside the appeal court? So you can see that there's a problem.
The Wike camp is saying that non-compliance could invalidate the entire national convention that the PDP is counting down to. What does this mean legally and politically for you?
As the appeal court giving a ruling, which is non-compliance. So Who is not complying now? It is not the appeal court. You can fact check. That's why I've been NWC never accepted that convention. That's why they set up the critical committee. He took the critical committee to court, and we're court. The matter has reached the appeal court. So what are we talking about?
I wonder what you make of the man Nyesom Wike, because I know a few months earlier conversations were rife as to what the party's decision will be, whether to suspend him or not. Do you consider him a member of the PDP who is working for the interest of your party?
He has benefited so much from the party. It's unfortunate he's going through this route. That's my comment for now.
I'm not sure I heard you clearly, Mr. Ogidi.
I said he has benefited so much from the party. So I don't know why he wants the party to fail. I don't know why, as a PDP man, he's supporting APC.
You think he's supporting the ruling party? He mentioned that he won his local government in the just concluded River State local government election, and that he's still very much with the PDP. Many have also made reference to his electoral value, especially when you look at that group that released the communique. Many of them are former governors. Do you think the PDP can survive without them counting down to 2027?
He said River State is his territory. And we have 23 local governments in River State. He won 3. APC won the rest. What does that tell you? He's trying to derail the democracy with the aid of APC. They want to derail the democracy. It's not about PDP now. He's trying to derail democracy. It's a very serious matter. The matter should not be taken lightly. Because PDP is on the verge of destroying democracy.
If you're alleging anti-party activity, why have you not suspended him as a party?
Well, watch very soon. You will hear the results.
Are you saying that the PDP is planning to suspend Nyesom Wike?
We are not talking about which Wike alone. For every person who has disregarded the party, we dealt with.
Is that part of the plans ahead of this national convention?
This national convention, the plan is separate. We have a disciplinary committee looking to all of this.
Because earlier this year you mentioned that the idea of zoning the presidency to the south is going to further unite the party. But these disputes are reopening old wounds. Do you think zoning has truly healed the PDP?
Any way you take the presidency to, there will be talks. But the truth of the matter is that we are People's Democratic Party, and we are feeling the force of the, and the force of people want it to the zone, to the south. That's why we have done that.
You've also spoken about reviving the PDP in Delta and across the South-South. You remember what happened earlier this year where the entire structure collapsed and joined the ruling All Progressives Congress. Does this crisis strengthen or weaken your efforts on the ground, especially given that former Governor Wike is from the region, but he appears to be at odds with the mainstream PDP?
Well, it's an assignment by APC to destroy PDP in the South-South. But we'll not allow that to happen. And that was why I was brought back. Don't forget, I was the chairman before this time. So when the governor saw that things were going bad, they now brought me. And part of my job is to ensure that all the states we lost will get it back by the next election. And I'm working hard on that, including Delta State, my state.
Let's take a short break and we'll be back to exploring more angles to this conversation. Stay with us, everyone. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. Mr. Emmanuel Ogidi is the chairman, PDP South-South Zonal Caretaker Committee. Thank you for staying the course on the program. You know, your party, Mr. Ogidi, has over a while debated possible sanctions against former Governor Wike over alleged anti-party activities. You mentioned earlier that there are plans in that regard. I was thinking we could get some clarity as to what you meant, because now it does seem that if you believe that discipline is necessary at this point, how do you marry that with your quest for reconciliation? Which one takes precedence, and what should we expect to see in the coming days?
Reconciliation takes precedence, actually. But when you can no longer reconcile, what do? You have to win the big stick. So we're not giving up on it yet. We're still working hard. So that's what I'm saying. And the National Convention Committee has been empowered to also continue to do dialogue.
So in this regard, are you saying that reconciliation is still possible with former Governor Wike and his camp?
Yes, of course, reconciliation is still possible.
But you don't seem to agree with anything on his list of demands. He has a 6-point demand that he's making, and they are saying that if you do not align with these demands, your national convention will be termed invalid.
Yeah, we know, you said about those demands. Yes, we agree, but we'll do what is necessary. At this time, no, not at this time, it's too late. We're moved on, it's too late. How can you be, look, food purpose, how many months more?
So I'm just wondering.
We're working for it. There's no doubt about that, but to stop the democracy. But we'll never allow it happen. So what the team supporters to still bear with us. You see, look, he did a lot in the past, but unfortunately, we don't know what has gone wrong with him. We don't know what has gone wrong. So, as one of the founding fathers of the party, too, we're trying hard. We're using whatever means to ensure we see some of these people coming to attend meetings with us. We hope that they're not also the problem. They sit with us in meetings, and we hope they're not going to give them the wrong information. If they do that, then they're the ones creating the problem. But as far as we're concerned, PDP wants to take over government, and we're doing everything to ensure to govern this government.
The concern also is, how do you work with them if you don't trust them? I mean, you can't even trust them with PDP information because you're not sure whether they will share it with APC.
They don't enter the meeting with us. We expect them because, see, it is People Democratic Party, everything is on the table. We don't have any hidden agenda. So, we're not spoiling anybody. We are organizing the party the way it should be organized. INEC was present in the last NEC meeting. So what are we talking about? Our meeting is not secret.
So you are insisting that this November convention is sacrosanct, but from your vantage point, what concrete steps are being taken to ensure it goes ahead smoothly and not derailed by what seems a factional dispute?
Good. Yesterday, after the inauguration, we had our first meeting today. We are planning to set up subcommittees, and these subcommittees will now start working. And I'm very sure by the time it gets to October, most of them will now relocate to Ibadan. So, we're okay with that, with the plans.
You know, Nigerians are watching closely, and they're saying if the PDP cannot manage internal democracy, how can it credibly present itself as an alternative government come 2027? How do you respond to critics who say your party is too divided to be taken seriously?
And we are happy about that. PDP is one of the oldest parties in the country. It's a local tree. And it's a father. All these people talking today, they're all offshoots from PDP. And we have to be very careful. You see, we don't want to lose anybody. Everybody is very important. We don't want to lose anybody. Very important. It is only where we see it is absolutely difficult. Then can we send away? But they've not gotten to that stage yet. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
It looks like we're getting to that stage now because Wike and his camp is saying if you don't agree with this demand, your convention is not valid.
When we get to that stage, you see the action we'll take.
Are we going to see another round of cases in court as an aftermath of this convention?
The Supreme Court is clear on it. It's a party affair. And as long as we follow the rules of our party, there is no problem. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We are following our rules. And nobody can stampede us. The moment we follow our rules, we're good to go.
It must be a very difficult time for you personally, given what has happened in Delta, which is your constituency. The governor moved alongside the former governor and what seems an entire PDP structure. What are you doing? How are you building back?
You see, when I went back home to start headhunting for those that will become the caretaker committee, I was amazed the people that were left behind. Those on top left, or the grassroots were there. All the grassroots needed were those that organized them. And so far, we have made a recommendation to the NWC. Very soon, the NWC will announce the caretaker committee, and then we'll drive it. The human beings are there.
I'm sure you know it's not going to be as easy as you're saying it, because they say you're not used to going into an election in Delta as opposition. You've always had the power of incumbency.
The power belongs to the people, not incumbency. The power belongs to the people, not incumbency. Did you see the power of the people in Lagos during the SARS? That's what I'm talking about, the power of the people. Let us so-called big wigs be very careful. The power belongs to the people. They're the ones that give us the votes, not the big wigs. So we cannot take them for granted.
We have to go now, Mr. Ogidi. I'm just wondering precisely how you see these things play out. We have a communique. There's a 6-list demand coming from the Wike camp. You are insisting that this convention will happen irrespective, and you don't even seem to agree with any of the demands on the list. So what should we hope to happen in the coming days and coming weeks?
What you will see eventually is the success of the convention by God's grace. That's what we see.
And that is in no doubt, but what happens thereafter?
Thereafter, we'll go forward to the 2027 election.
Without ES on Wike, how do you intend to survive?
There's nobody who's indispensable in this world. Nobody's indispensable. Please, nobody's indispensable.
But
it's the Democratic Party, we're talking about people.
he is not the only one there. There is, for instance, those who attended that meeting.
The party made him. The party made him. So you should respect the party.
There is Samuel Anyanwu, who is the national secretary. There are former governors like Okeze Ikpeazu, minority leader of the House of Representatives, Kingsley Chinda. There are also stakeholders in Rivers State, including Ayofayoshe, former governor of Ekiti, and former governor in Enugu. How do you move ahead with all of these political giants?
Do you want me to also list our outside? This convention accreditation, we have at 3,000. How many have we called now? How many have we called now? I don't want to call ourselves. You've been seeing it in the news. So there's no point.
Precisely, you're saying that the PDP can do without these persons, right?
We want to try as much as possible. But if they don't want to come, what do? You have to move on. Yes, we have to move it. They don't want to come back.
But that would largely be a depleted PDP, because apart from these individuals, there are those who have moved on to APC, moved on to ADC, and what have you.
Let me tell you today, what we don't know is that we have been getting phone calls that people want to come back.
Wow.
Yes, people want to come back. They are watching how this convention will some convention. By the time we approach the convention, you see people that will come back.
Are you one of those who are subscribing for Peter Obi's return to the PDP?
He's free to come. He was our member. He only went to try his luck the other way. I didn't work out to West, but he came back.
You think it stands a higher chance now to get the PDP's ticket in 2027, right?
How would I say that?
Well, at least Atiku Abubakar is not on your party's ballot, at least for now.
Yeah, I think it's only Atiku Abubakar that's our candidate. These people, Democratic Party, for God's sake. I'm sure the lot of people hang in the wing. I'm not saying, no, don't get me, I'm not saying it's not capable. Don't get me wrong. But I'm sure there are others too.
If he comes back.
Once you win at the convention, we're going to support you. That's how we play our politics.
Okay. Good place to leave it. The countdown is on to November 15. We'll see how it plays out, if you are able to reconcile the Wike camp or not. But we wish you all the best. Emmanuel Ogidis, Chairman, PDP South Zonal Caretaker Committee. Thank you so much for talking to us on Beyond the Headlines.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's our show today, everyone. Remember, you can watch it again at midnight and 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.